They are reasons that he and most of us may never know, but it happened. He, just as everyone else, has a choice in how to deal with this setback, how to deal with this situation. Just like I talked about last week about Viktor Frankl. You have a choice in how you deal with what life's giving you. He can choose to be the victim, dwelling on how unfair it is. All this snow, this is so unfair. Or he can choose to see the funny side of the story, enjoying the personal downtime that he was able to take. See, choose to think differently. Choose to think differently. Now, some people say that, hey, well, that's not that funny. I mean, it's not. It is when you consider that you waited all this time. You haven't had a real vacation in years. And when you go to the place that you want to go to and you have all these things planned out and this big list, and it's so compressed and so, it's like, holy smokes, you'd have to be running from place to place. And Mother Nature says, I don't think so. And dumps 12 inches of snow on you. And there is no place for you to go. And the best part is, this is the first time he hasn't taken a tow vehicle with him. So he really didn't have any way to get around. All he had was what he had right there at the motorhome. To me, that's a good situation. That's an adventure. That's something that only a few people get to experience. 12 inches of snow in your motorhome. It's gone in a few days. But look at the disconnect you had. The ability to just get out of that crazy world just for a few days to rejuvenate yourself and get yourself back into what I call fighting shape. You know, you're ready to take the world on again because you've had some downtime, some good quality downtime. His direct TV didn't even work because the clouds and the snow were so heavy. And his antenna on his motorhome was frozen to the roof. He couldn't bring it up. So you tell me, was that coincidence, or was Mother Nature or the universe trying to send him a message that he needed to take some downtime? See, I think he needed to take the downtime. Mother Nature doesn't do that to you on purpose. When I climbed the mountain last year, Mother Nature was harsh. But all she did was weed out the ones that shouldn't have been going to the summit. Choose to think differently. Choose to enjoy the moments that you have. When you receive moments like 12 inches of snow and you're in your motorhome, if you're warm, you have food, and you have everything you need, take the time. Don't question the universe. Rather, embrace the idea the universe has your back. Choose to see the humor in things. This was pretty funny. I mean, you know, after 50 years since the last time he camped in the winter, whether in a tent or a motorhome, last time it was in a tent, what happens the very first time he camps like this? He gets 12 inches of snow. To me, that's humorous. When you think about my brother's story, it really is quite funny, considering it's the first real vacation he had in years, and he's taking it in the winter, and the last time he camped in the winter, he got snowed on, and this time he got snowed on. He drove 14 hours, arriving right on time for a major winter snowstorm that had him snowed in for a few days. It's your choice how you interpret that. I welcome the thought of being someplace, being totally disconnected, and being able to have some downtime, free downtime, where it's uninterrupted. That's why I enjoyed climbing a mountain. I was disconnected. See, we can choose to see this story as a great unfortunate event that ruined a vacation, or as an adventurous opportunity to do something that we have never done before, like spending a few days snowed in while staying in your motorhome riding out a winter storm. As I sat down to write this piece this morning, I wasn't sure how I was going to end it. And as I sat there, I was thinking, man, I can't just end it like that. You know, you're riding out a storm. And my friend Chuck Christie emailed me to remind me that this year, 5078, which is the Hebrew year, and 2018, our year, are both years of eights, which is the year to walk in a new way. Now, if you think that thinking differently is just something, Jeff Heiser, something that I've made up, that it's just a publicity stunt or something to get people interested in listening or whatever, you need to think again. Because in the Bible, Romans 12:2, it says, "And do not be conformed to this world. Be transformed by renewing your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God." What it is saying, what that passage is saying is, don't conform to the world. Don't conform to what everybody else is conforming to. Transform yourself by renewing your mind, by thinking differently. I'm telling you, if this is not a call to action to think differently, I don't know what is. I really don't. That book has been around for a very long time. And even way back when it was written, it said, don't conform to what everybody else's thinking is. Transform your mind and renew it by thinking differently. Thinking differently could be your one and only chance to success. Don't be like everyone else. If you think like everyone else, act like everyone else, and do like everyone else, then you're no different from everyone else. You don't stand out. You're just a part of the crowd. You're just one of the sheep. You're just a part of the flock. When you think differently, you stand out from everyone else, which could be all the difference you need to truly succeed. What snowstorm are you struggling with? What mountain do you have to climb? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for you to choose the moment for what it is. Take the moment that you're given for what it is. Stop questioning the universe and what is happening to you as being unfair or not fair or whatever. And start seeing the humor in things. Start thinking differently about it. It's time. It really is time for many of us to start thinking differently. That's the show for today. I hope your weather has not been as bad as what my brother has experienced or my oldest son. But if it has been, stay warm, keep the log on the fire, and remember to think differently. It's okay. And when you think differently, you stand out from the crowd. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Take care.